it. So we've got Dust 2 coming up as the deciding map. So everything that's happened previous is all kind of irrelevant now. It's all on this. Basically a best of one between these two teams. And before we do get into that, we've got some new subscribers. So I'd just like to shout out Lolshock, Crin, and Commuter Logo. Or it might be Commuter Logan. I can't even read my handwriting. That's embarrassing. But we've had the knife round already. And, well, Vince is having some issues with the PC. It's getting over hot. But is it okay? Are you there?
Yeah, it is suffering with some overheating issues. So I think it's fixed. I did restart it. I was made sure I gave it some tender loving care. And we're good to go.
Fantastic, and we most certainly are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's all coming down to this best of 3 ending on Dust 2. So we're going to be kicking things off with Mousesports starting on the CT side, and we all know how strong they are on it. With that grenade, Crims goes down to 6, Flusher 58, basically doing a very good amount of damage with just a grenade. What a fantastic start for Mousesports, but we're going to have to see if they can convert that early advantage into the perfect start, into the round. And, well, here comes the push from Fnatic. It looks like they're going to be going towards middle here. The smoke's coming out very late, which is going to allow JW to get the angle onto KZY, the man, most certainly, who deserves a shout-out for his performance on Cash. Goes down very early this time round. And they've not even defended the B bomb site. They're actually in tunnels. So this is going to be a retake scenario now. 2-2 split coming from the CTs. 2 from tunnels, 2 from outside of B. And, well, I would actually favour Fnatic in this situation, Mez.
Yep, that's definitely a fair shout. And Pronax has himself the kill there. Chris J and Tabson, though, both come in. Tabson and Chris J again. We favoured Fnatic. But it doesn't look so good. Olaf Meister's caught in 2 minds. Do I go left? Do I go right? He ends up doing nothing. And he's going to get knifed in the back. Will the bomb actually get defused here? It's going to be very, very close. I think he's just got it. Yes, he does. Mousesports take the round. What a brilliant retake that was, actually.
What an exciting start. Knife kills and everything. We couldn't ask for a better start to this map. So, more of the same, please, boys. So, yeah, 1-0 to Mousesports, and of course, the scout is going to be picked up by Chris J. He seems to have got it worked out, doesn't he? The scout. He's pretty good with it. And he's going to tag Pronax down. Not getting the frag, of course. The scout does take 2 hits to the body to get the frag, but doing some good early damage. And once again, Fnatic looking like they're going to be pushing towards mid. Yeah,
they are looking to push towards mid. They have CZs, and this is a pretty good shout. But Chris J with the scout just mullers JW. No chance. Leggy gets his double. Alu finishes things off with his double. And my oh my, we said that if it got to Dust 2, things would get interesting, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
It sure is interesting. Another interesting turn of events. Fnatic buying up. Of course, they did get the bomb down, in the first round. So that's going to allow them to equip AKs, and are they going to go for a B rush here? They're going very quickly towards the B area. Chris J's still got his scout. So I don't know if they were prepared for this, and they're going to be going straight into B. No messing about here from Fnatic. Ledger's going to open up, getting 1 and a second, and Alu and Chris J both combining. What a fantastic CT hold. The fast rush from Fnatic. It's a bit of a risky play, in my opinion. And this time, most certainly did not work out. But testament to Mousesports' hold. 3-0.
3-0. This is... Oh boy. Could we see a very one-sided Dust 2 here, Jono? You know, we were talking about it being a 2-0 to Mouse, against Mouse, I should say. And they say that Thompson does get himself a kill, gets himself 3 kills, because why the hell not? Chris J comes in, final player is JW, he's on short. I think his chances are somewhere between slim and none at this point, and there we go. Ali picks it up, 4-0. Did not see this one coming.
Oh man, so they got out the gates a lot quicker than their opponents on Dust 2. Obviously, 4-0. So, Fnatic, are they going to go for that AWP on Olaf Meister? He hasn't bought yet. He's got 5k. What's he going to do? He's getting an AK, so they're not going for the AWP. And actually, we've mentioned it already tonight. Let's say it again. This is an AWP-dominated map, you know, when you have the AWPers hitting shots. And especially Mousesports with Chris J and Alu. They're notorious for being so good on this map because of their AWPs. But we're yet to see an AWP, and on the side of Fnatic, that's because they haven't been able to afford it. On the side of Mousesports, they clearly haven't wanted to. They haven't needed to yet. So no AWPs in play, and expect that to change as the half progresses. But no early frags going off. An aggressive push on the in the B tunnels from the Germans does not work out. Flusher does drop Legia. That's going to give them the advantage. Not a great play from Mousesports. I think that's a bit of a risky one, mate, as we've seen it work for them. But this time round, most certainly not working out as Flusher gets his second there. Do you like that play?
It's a decent play. It's like solid. But the problem is I'm seeing from Fnatic thus far is they could just never get their momentum in track. You know, they were constantly kind of backwards and forwards between ecos and semi-buys. Now we're seeing all the AKs coming in, and that's where Fnatic really do shine. And we did see this on the first map, not so much on Cash. You know, in fairness, their Cash was a bit poor. I think a lot of people expected them to walk that map, and it wasn't the case. But regardless, where we sit right now in this round, as the bomb has been planted, it's a 3 versus 5. And Fnatic, the Swedes, should be able to pick up their first round of this map. Barring something crazy, and judging by the positioning of Mousesports, they're not interested. They just want to save these weapons.
They do indeed, and let's see if they're going to be able to. It's not even that likely. It's Fnatic are already hunting them down. And you know what? That's a bad choice, boys. Honestly, they're the ones that are pretty much broke, okay? They don't have the money. They've been struggling to get rounds. In fact, this is their first round. And Thompson's doing great work. He's already got 2. Fnatic just want to back on out. They do not want to lose any more guns as Chris J gets another one. Okay, now let me spell this out. If they lose this round now, Fnatic, their money's already crap, okay? If they lose this round, the round loss bonus that was their friend, having lost 4 in a row, it's deserted them. And look at the money on Mousesports. They're going to be able to buy no problem. Misplay from Fnatic, bad decision from Pronax in my opinion there, but Fnatic do get the first of the half for them, so it is 4-1. Now the question is if Mousesports can just come right back and take this round.
Well, there we go. 2 frags apiece. Flusher and Alu. Tabson and Alu were the recipients. In fact, not Alu, it was JW. What am I talking about? Regardless, though, 4-1. Alu is going to peek down long, heavy smoke. Enough to choke on pretty much from Fnatic. They're all stood in the middle of it, and she's going to push through. And they're going to push through as a united force. It's very difficult to mow down from the side of Mouse because they have been isolated from one another. KZY, Kazuya and Chris J were in very different positions, trying to cover the same spot, and the smoke completely blocked Kazuya out. He's about to get shot down in the back, and indeed it will be from Crims. And it's all down to Alu and Legia. Alu on 7-1. Definitely stepped his game up. But this is looking like Fnatic are going to pick up that second all-important round, unless Legia can start landing some bullets in heads. Nope, not going to happen. And there's a 4-2.
Indeed, the money's still not great at Fnatic, and exactly what I was talking about. If Mousesports had won that round, then Fnatic would have definitely shot themselves in the foot going for those frags the round previous, but I won't dwell on it. I've dwelled on it enough already. The thing about the money for Mousesports is, though, it's absolutely fine. They're going to be able to rebuy no problem. Chris J lacking head armor. Actually, Tabson and KZY as well lacking head armor, but they've all got guns, they've got their nades, so the buy coming in without too much difficulty. Fnatic picking up 2 on the trot now, so they're out the gates finally. Did take them a little bit longer than Mousesports. And to add a comment to your earlier comment, are we going to see a one-sided game on Dust 2? I mean, it's possible, but for me, it's not likely. Fnatic, they've come this far. We know how strong they are. Yes, this is one of Mousesports' best maps. But Fnatic are, you know, they're world champions. They've won DreamHack Winter, and surely against the ropes in this kind of situation, you know, they've got what it takes to come out fighting and possibly take this one. And for me, they are still favourites in going into this. But the fact that it's now on Dust 2 and it's the 3rd map evens out the playing field a lot. So Mousesports with a lot greater chance than we first expected them to have, having got to this 3rd map, as KZY to take down Pronax. And it's a 4 versus 3 as I've been waffling on. So Mousesports in a good position in this round.
Well, Mousesports, though, you know, they do have the player advantage. But if you judge by their positions, one player's on B, and that is going to be Chris J. Alu is in mid. So if they rush on A right now, it's basically a 3 versus 2. And look at this, Kazuya and Tabson have gone walkies. Nobody is watching A. This bomb is going to get planted. Flusher gets the first frag in this exchange, and he brings it back to a 3-on-3. This is doable. I feel that Mousesports made a few pretty bad mistakes there. They should have been on A stronger, and yet there goes the grenade. There's Tabson with his double, so shush my lips. It doesn't... Was that a jumping headshot?
That was through the smoke.
That just happened. Get wrecked.
Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Fnatic. Wow, Tabson jumping up. Headshot. Wow, good stuff. Well, I'm neutral, but just spectator. I sound quite biased to Mousesports there, but I'm not. Trust me. I just want it to go to the wire. I don't care who wins as long as we get a great map. And just as I was kind of singing Fnatic's praises, they lose that round and the money isn't fantastic. They're going to be able to rebuy. Olofmeister does have that AWP and he makes it work early on, taking down the AWP of Chris J. And just to kind of... Oh, I was going to say counter. Talking of counters, Alu counters Olofmeister with his AWP. And Ledger's going to spot one. Misses that shot. Flusher takes him out. So it's a bit of a pick and split scenario, but it's working for Fnatic right now, as now they see themselves in a very favourable position. 4 versus 2, but Thompson from behind. He can do it jumping, he can do it from behind, he can do it any way you like. Getting the frags. I know that sounded pretty dirty, but it's getting hot in here as it's now a 2-on-2. Mousesports could take this one, or Fnatic could take their 3rd round. If they don't, by the way, they're probably going to be on the eco. So Mousesports with a very real chance of getting a commanding lead in this first half.
Bomb has been planted. And now it's going to be Fnatic trying to win this round. It should have been a lot easier, I have to say, though. But a couple quick fire frags came in, and now here comes Krim. See, oh, he missed the no-scope. So difficult to land. Flusher gets one. Just needs to find one more headshot. And that will seal the deal in this round. He's being pushed up from Tabson. He's been playing so well. He's going to pull out his pistol. The time is ticking down, though. And he's taken too long, hasn't he? Or has he actually?
No, he might have it.
He should have this bomb. Tabson's going to do it for Mouse. 6-2 will be the scoreline. I cannot believe it.
Wow. It's intense, isn't it? Fnatic not quite clinging on to a 2-on-2 retake on the B bomb site as well. The B bomb site, classically, one of the hardest sites to retake in the whole of Counter-Strike. On CSGO, it is slightly easier than it has been in the past, but nevertheless, a 2-on-2 bomb down, they should have won that, and they didn't. So, great job from Mousesports. And now that it is an eco mez, I'm actually going to go back 2 rounds. So forget last round. The round before that, when they kind of left A, they didn't. They actually went to long, and they set up for the retake. So instead of concentrating on short, they kind of said, okay, you can have short control, but we're just going to retake it. They held long. They had 2 members there, and then they had Alu on the backstab short. It didn't work out for him. He got killed, but they had the manpower to come and retake from long. So they played that one fairly well. As Flusher takes down Ledger with the deagle. My God, what a shot, and what an eco round already. They've got the bomb down. And it's another retake scenario for Mousesports. Granted, they've got the weaponry advantage, but it's pretty much even scenarios. Flusher takes down 2. Chris J's got 1 in return, but he's in a... Well, Tabson is actually in a 2-on-1 scenario here. And they shouldn't have lost that one. That was an eco round, Mez. So Fnatic 6-3. They get another one on the board.
Every round counts, but it's T-side, Jono. You know, it's 6-3 Mousesports. Yes, they're very strong on CT side. We've seen this time and time again. They picked CT side last time around they played it. But still, Fnatic, they should be getting more than 3 rounds on T side. They really should. There's Olofmeister. He is going to pick up only his 3rd frag of the half, and indeed does too. Oh dearie me. They're going to be pushing through short. This is an eco. Well, not necessarily an eco, so I'm just going to totally take that one back. They actually have AWPs and M4s, so I'm a bit blind. It's all good. Either way, they're going to be pushing on towards A. They've changed their mind, now switching back to mid. And that's a really good decision. It's just Chris J on B. I say just Chris J. He's picked up 1. He will fall down, and now Lucky is pushing through the smoke. Can he get some kills? No! Crims is there to pick up the pieces. 4-on-2. This will be the 4th round, surely, for Fnatic. It's still not good enough, though. They're going to need to do a lot better on this half.
They are. I mean, you actually raise a very good point that it's a terrorist-sided map. So for Mousesports to be in a commanding lead like this 6-3, actually less commanding with the 4th round going the way of the Swedes now, but at least a 2-round cushion still. And yeah, they've started very well. But don't forget, you know, they chose CT. It's what they do. Mousesports are very good on CT, does too. And K's of Y is going to take down Pronax. Nice use of the boost on the boxes there. So, I mean, in terms of who's favoured and stuff on the sides, I think Mousesports actually prefer playing the CT side. So Fnatic, they wouldn't expect to get less rounds though. No, absolutely not. You know, thinking about it now, it's a terrorist-sided map, and they would count themselves to be the stronger team. So you're absolutely right in saying they would want to come out winning this half. And if they don't, then it's a very real possibility Mousesports are going to win this map. Simple as that. And Mousesports now on the eco did not save a single weapon going into this round. So Fnatic with a chance to bring it pretty much level, and with just one round away from all squared. As Flusher takes down 2. Things look to be on track for a clean anti-eco round. Ali does get 1, but just the one for now. And he probably... Well, he might be able to get JW, and he does, actually. So, making it expensive, but that's probably all he's going to be able to do. Is the bomb is going to be planted for Fnatic, and expect them to pick up this 1 versus 3 situation.
If he pulls this off, then I'm actually just going to jump out my window, because not only am I boiling hot, but that would be a play to die for. It's probably the lamest thing I've ever said in my life, but it's all good. It's going to be 6-5.
Play to die for.
Yeah, see what I did there. I probably wouldn't die from the fall, it's only like 10 feet, but still. Alu is not going to get this clutch. He's on the other side of the map, literally the other side of the map to the bomb. And Fnatic aren't going to give this one up. So, 6-5, but still, you know, we've harped on this point, but it's for a good reason. They need to win another 2 or 3 rounds, I have to feel. I mean, typically they want to go 9-6 this half. It's that simple, but unlikely to happen.
Yeah, I mean the law of averages and the way Mousesports do play the CT so strongly, I'd expect them to at least get a few more here. So Fnatic, with this bad start, have not really given themselves the best chance of coming out fighting on Dust 2. So yeah, the early rounds, of course, favouring Mousesports as they now are on 6. And yeah, but it's a really interesting question, the fact that Mousesports decide to play CT. And I mean, does that mean their terrorist side is not very good? Are Fnatic also very good on the CT? These are all questions that spring to mind when we say it's terrorist-sided. You know, for me, that's not set in stone when these two teams are playing each other on this map. But nevertheless, let's get ahead in this round as Ledger gets 2. Flusher is going to answer back, and so is Crim. So that's probably going to allow them to get the bomb planted. And actually, Olafmeister is still in T-spawn. So if they work quickly here, Mousesports, they should be able to just take down Crims. And actually, they're going to allow them the plant. They're probably going to allow them the space here to get the bomb down. But a 3-on-2 scenario should go the way of the Germans. But let's see if the Swedes can cause a little bit of a mini upset and get it all square at 6-6.
Well, the good news is that they have the bomb on Crims. They have both their players in the same position. So those boxes have been ticked. The problem is they're a player behind. And the flashbangs are very real. Nice smoke on double doors. It's going to give them a glimmer of hope. Bomb does go down as well. So, the plot, as they say, thickens. Olafmeister, if he gets this frag, oh, they're right back in this round. Game is well and truly on. In fact, I would go as far to say, well, never mind, Chris J is Chris J. He's going to pick up that kill. They're both around the same area. Crims gets 1. I thought for a second we were going to see something beautiful. Oh, Crims. KZY gets the round, and that's going to be 7-5.
I love that. Chris J's being Chris J. Like, he comes in, just destroys people. But actually, a nice little thing there. They push through together. I mean, it's a very close angle. They're both like in front of each other, but they got out quick enough that they were able to get the exchange. So KZY does get the frag, and he gets the round on the board for Mousesports. And as I said, I'd expect them to get a few more rounds, and they've got 1 back here. I don't know what the money's like on Fnatic. It's not great, so I actually think they'll be able to buy 1 more. But if Mousesports get this one, expect the eco from the Swedes, and that would, you know, that would give them a massive round advantage. So Mousesports on Dust 2, the 3rd map, by the way, of this best of 3, looking very strong in the earlier stages. So let's see if Fnatic can make ground in this round and bring the scoreline a little bit closer. But you know, from the very beginning, they've been coming back from behind. Their aim has been to bring it a little bit closer. They're not running away with it by a long chalk. Mousesports are in the driving seat here, so Fnatic need these rounds.
Chris J will get the kill though, and there's Leg here as well. So it's just going backwards and forwards. 2 versus 3 situation. It's going to favour Fnatic. They have the bomb, and again they're going to go for the B plant. Have a look at that score though. Flusher on 15, nearest player to him's on 7. That's unbelievable. He is carrying so hard at this point, and without him,
he is.
Fnatic would probably only have 2 or 3 rounds at most. That being said,
true.
In the 13th round, here we go. Bomb's been planted. This is very doable for Mouse. Crims has very little health. Olafmeister's down to about half of his. This could kick off, but no. Smart play. Mousesports, they have 7 rounds on CD side. Like, okay, no problem. We've got an AK, we've got an AWP. Let's just save them. And let's plan for the future. Let's look at the bigger picture.
Indeed, they're going to just get into pit, go and snuggle up there, as far away as possible from the nasty Fnatic members. I don't know what kind of image I'm making there, but they saved the guns nevertheless, and they should be able to get guns across the board. Although the money is not great actually for the rest of their members, so it's going to be a pretty sketchy buy. A few CZs picked up, 3 rifles nevertheless, but yeah, not great. So if they lose this one, the economy is going to be in tatters for them. So very much up in the air on this final leg of the first half. This is a crucial round. Whoever wins this one is going to do great damage economically and, you know, possibly get 8-7. But Chris J is still alive on the A site, still alive and firing, getting those shots. Ledger from behind might have made too much noise, but there's Chris J again, and again, getting another frag. The Dutch superstar that is Chris J, the AWPer, the man himself, hitting shot after shot. And talking of carrying, well, he's not carrying, but he really is playing well, and it's definitely a deciding factor here for Mousesports. But Crims has taken down Alu on the rotate, so he's going to actually... That's a dangerous game, Crims. He's standing there waiting for Chris J to take the shot at him at mid. You know, not a great choice, but he's managed to stay alive, and he's smoked off middle, and he's going to make his way to this A-bomb site. Mousesports, interesting enough, deciding to split up. So, if Crims could isolate this into a one-on-one, which is a very real possibility, then he could just win the round. Oh, that's close. You see that on the on Chris J's camera angle. Misses him by a whisker, and he's going to see him. He's going to get the shot. So Chris J, I think that was 4, if I'm not mistaken. Phenomenal round from him. And 8 rounds on the board now for his team on the less favoured side, arguably, anyway. So they are in a very good position, and with a real possibility of going into the second half 9-6.
Very, very possible. It is going to be full bite, full armour, all that good stuff for Fnatic. So they're going to be desperate to claw back this final round of the half. Also, I don't know if you caught Alu's aim there. I was going to say go home you drunk, but he's actually top fragging. There's Tabson. Okay, he's not top fragging anymore. Tabson's just took over from that position. 15-6. Top of the scoreboard. And there's me saying that Fnatic desperately want the 7th round. Well, it's not going to happen if this continues in the same form, same vein of form. And you're looking from their position, they're all stacked in mid, but the position right now from the Germans, pretty much spot on. 3 players are covering A. You've got Long covered, Kazuya's gone to CT spawn, Chris J's watching short, Leggy's on B, Alu's on B, and all the pressure is firmly on the shoulders of the Swedes. They have to make the plays. They have the bomb after all. And CT is going to play every second. This is looking like it's going to be 9-6.
Quite possibly. I mean, the next frag is an important one, of course. It's going to signal the rotate as soon as they get spotted. So, Pronax is actually dropping down. It's not going to work out as he just jumps next to KZY. He gets the frag. Chris J chiming in with another. Is he going to finish off the job? Yes, he is. What? There isn't a more fitting way to end that half without Chris J. I mean, than with Chris J getting the orb shot, if I can get my words out. So, Mousesports with 9 rounds to Fnatic 6. They go into the second half only needing 7 to win the whole tournament. And let's not forget, Fnatic 70-30 on the CSGO Lounge. They are the favourites here. This could be an upset.
Well, if it keeps going like this, it definitely will be. And we've talked about this before. Mouse just got a 9-6 on CT side. Look at that kill dispersal, though. 16 Chris J, 16
Wow.
Alu, 15 Tabson, and then it does drop off a tiny bit. But when you compare that to the opposite side of Fnatic, 16 and then 8, then 7, 6, and 5. Nobody is sharing the burden with Flusher. He's having to do this solo pretty much.
Literally Tesco value carrier bag. Honestly, he's keeping his team in this. Were he not performing like he is, honestly, I don't even think they would have 3 rounds. Simple as that. So Flusher's doing a fantastic job for his team, and then we are going to be going into the second half. If you're just joining us, this is the 3rd map, so you could not have picked a better time to come. Well, maybe a bit earlier because you've missed a lot, but hey ho, better late than never. This is the 3rd map of a best of 3 series. Dust 2, Mousesports with a commanding lead going on to the easier side of this map. The terrorist side, of course, being the easier one. And like we keep saying, this is the grand final. This is a pretty big upset. If Mousesports were to take it from Fnatic, a lot of people would lose skins. So, big round. If they can get this, they would put themselves on 12 to Fnatic 6. So Fnatic desperately need this one.
It is literally that point in the game where every single round counts. Absolutely every frag, every grenade, every flashbang counts, and one mistake can literally make or break the game. So far, Fnatic have started this round out in the best possible way. They've picked themselves up a kill, and it's going to be on Kazuya. But Mouse are going to be pushing on force onto A. Here we go. Ooh, that's a heavy typed up Olofmeister who has been finished off by Chris J's block. There's Tabson as well. It's going horribly wrong. Another dink as well. And I think that was onto Pronax, who has to back on away. Nice shot being said from Olofmeister. It's good to see the sportsmanship is still there in a tense time like this. Bomb's been planted. 3v3. This is heavily favouring Mouse. And when you consider they lost the first member in this confrontation, that is saying something. Legia gets another one. Tabson picks one up himself. 17 for 7. He's been dropped by Crims. Can Crims pull off an incredible clutch? It's actually quite doable. He's got a defuse kit, and if they're not careful, he will go for the full defuse. There's the long-range thing, so Alu takes down the kill. And there we go. 10 to 6.
Alright then. Mousesports might just be in on track to win this map, this best of 3, and the tournament with that round win. Honestly, they propel themselves into the second half and give themselves a very real chance of getting 12 rounds straight off the bat. Fnatic have only got 6. Their deficit is large, and let's not forget, they are now on the harder side. People, we're witnessing a bit of an upset here, honestly. So, Mousesports with the guns, Fnatic not so much. Crims has got a scout, but he's not exactly Chris J, so I don't expect that much from Fnatic this round. They'll want to do as much economical damage as possible. We have seen some second round victories, more than one actually, in this best of 3 series, but for Mousesports' sake, let's hope they can convert this one smoothly. They do open up onto Olofmeister, clinically checking all the spots, not leaving any stone unturned as they do embark on the quest for middle. But, wow, a heavy CT presence from Fnatic is going to probably make them back out, and that's exactly what they're doing. Legia gets another and another. Nicely done from him. Already 3 members gone down, Metas. This is not looking good for Fnatic in this round.
I can only imagine how people are feeling that bet on this game, especially if you bet for Fnatic. Your heart must be racing right about now, because this will be 11-6, barring the best of clutches with the scout. There's the first one. He's going to have to go ahead and connect the next 4 dots, and that's pretty unlikely. I'm not going to say impossible. I'm going to say it's very improbable, and therefore the 11-6 scoreline is real. So what do Fnatic do here, Jono? Where are they going wrong? Oh, Chris J, really?
Yeah, I was gonna. Really? Chris
real
J.
so.
With that scout, he's been a whirlwind, hasn't he? With that scout, what do they do? Well, of course, it's still ecos, so we haven't really seen their players as with guns on CT, so I can't really analyze that just yet. So, and also we don't really know what Mousesports are going to do when they've got guns. We can hazard a guess. It's going to be slow and methodical. They're going to be wanting to get map control at mid and cat. Early exchanges. Chris J, Alu, Pronax also getting one. So 2 for 1. Pronax is still alive, being a bit of a nuisance in that pit area. Legia is going to be making grounds in middle. Spots the last 2, and they both drop like flies. So, ask me that question again after this bye round, because we're going to see now Fnatic are up to the challenge. Let's see if they can take it and bring the scoreboard back. Because if they don't, let's not forget their money's not great, and Mousesports they'll be on 13. So big round for Fnatic.
Yeah, that is exactly the state of play right now. That if Fnatic don't win this round, you're looking at maybe even 14-6, because as you said, their economy is pretty terrible, to put it bluntly. Grenades coming over. Pronax very nearly eats himself one. Only took 3 points of damage in that exchange. And again, Fnatic, you've got a pretty solid defense here, but the problem is that Mousesports, they constantly get the picks. When you've got 3 players that are nearly dropping 20 bombs, there's multiple threats. It's not like Flusher. If they kill Flusher, Mousesports are almost like, okay, cool, we've got this round the bag. On the flip side, you have to kill 3 members, and even then, the other 2 aren't performing badly. Here we go, Legia, Alu, Tabson, all tagging each other in. and just wrecking Fnatic. Fnatic are going to lose another player. And that, in a nutshell, just goes to show how powerful Mouse are on Dust 2. 20 bombs have been dropped by Tamsin and Alu. Chris J's on 19. Legia will get dropped from Olafmeister, but it really doesn't matter. Bomb's been planted. And there we go. 13-6 will be the scoreline.
I don't know what to make of this, man. Honestly, this is I keep saying it like a little child. This is an upset, but I mean, Mousesports were not favourite to win this best of 3, and Fnatic were the overwhelming favourites to win the whole tournament. But now it's come to Dust 2. Like it's up in the air. We said this in the very early stages. You didn't think it would come to this third map, and to be honest, betting with my head, I said I didn't either. But my heart said it would, Metas. I could feel it, and now we are on Dust 2. Mousesports have got a very tidy 13 rounds. Fnatic very much against the ropes. They are struggling. And what happened? It was Flusher versus the world, you know, first half. None of the players really stepped up. So Fnatic seem to be slightly off their game on this third map. And yeah, wrong time to not step up, most certainly. Because this is the final map. This is it. If they don't step up very quickly, they're going to be out of the tournament. I mean, they've got the $750 minimum, but I'm sure they'd like to add another 1,000 on top of that if they get the first place. And like I say, they were expected to, and their organisation probably would have wanted them to. So them not performing on Dust 2 right now is probably not good enough for them. And JW is going to be challenged in long, get some great damage off. And Ali's on 6 HP, but did not get the frag. And this is an eco round, and Legia is going to make headway towards this short area, opening up onto Pronax. Should be a fairly standard round here for Mousesports, and that's going to put them on 14. 14-6. Wow.
Definitely deja vu from Mirage. You know, looking back at the first map that ended in a very similar way, Mousesports are going to secure this round. They will take it to 14-6, as you said. There is enough money, though, on the board for Fnatic to buy on up. They can even get an AWP if they want to. Yep, JW will pick that one up for himself, but he's on 8 for 19. And again, I don't remember the last time I saw him with a scoreline like this.
Yeah, some brilliant individual performances coming out. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very big round now. Fnatic need it to stay in it in normal time, at least. And JW is going to open up, so that's something going their way. That's one frag. Just 4 more to find. Olafmeister with a second, but Chris J, give him an AK, give him an AWP, whatever. Takes down JW, the man who was defending. I'm trying to say. Flusher does take down Thompson, though. So things are looking fairly good for Fnatic in this round. It's not over yet, though, as Chris J and somebody else is blocked off. At least saw that out. They're still alive, but not anymore, as Fnatic do mop up. And with 3 members remaining, they win the round. And they're going to be able to, of course, rebuy the guns that they lost. But so, Mousesports, man, they've got a lot of money. No problems for them. And they now only need 2 rounds. So this is a mountainous task for Fnatic. But, I mean, they did pick up that round. Now let's see if they can get the next one. And we'll go from there.
That's got to be their mentality going forward. They have to take each round at a time, because if you look at the bigger picture, if you see you're 7 rounds behind, psychologically, you're just going to drop. You're going to go on tilt, you're going to feel pretty bad. So they are veteran, experienced players. They've been here, done that, got the t-shirt multiple times, got trophies, everything you'd like. They know what it takes to come back from a position like this. But Mousesports have been on another level. 3 of their players are on 21, Legia is on 19. How do you compete with 4 players who are just on fire? Look at that, 21 for 10, almost an identical score for the top 3 players of Mousesports.
It's a very good point. Normally you'd have one standout player, and we have seen that on the other maps, but yeah, every single player on Mousesports stepping up right now. They clearly wanted this, and they've come in with a can-do attitude versus one of the best teams in the world, and they've got themselves into a very, very good position with 14 versus 7, as you can see, of course. And you can also see that it's 1-1 on the map score. So even though we keep mentioning it, this is do or die as Chris J, through the leg of his teammate, takes down JW. Immediately answered back by Olaf and Pronax, though, as they do both get frags. And Olafmeister's not done yet, as he gets another 2. fantastically done by him, and he manages not to shoot his teammate running out of the tunnels area there. Now Chris J in a 1 versus 3. The time has got away from him, so it's going to be another round on the board for Fnatic. Another round, of course, they need, and that's going to be just, was it 6 more to win, or is it 8 more? My maths not great. 8 more.
Yeah, 8 for win, 7 for draw. Basically, is
so 8 rounds in a row, okay? 8 rounds in a row. You cannot make the slightest of mistakes. You cannot drop players. You cannot give anything away. That's where Fnatic are at. Mousesports still very much in the commanding position here.
Oh, without doubt. They are in the commanding position. They are cruising down the highway in the driver's seat. But when we start to get to 10 or 11 rounds, that's when things will get interesting. JW picks up the AWP and makes it work for him. Pronax is getting a bit of aggression as well. Maybe this is going to give them the confidence they so desperately need. They lost the second map in fairly convincing fashion. And the third map thus far has been all Mousesports' way. But we know what Fnatic are capable of. We've seen them come back before multiple times. And right now, this round should be theirs. And if they do pick up this round, look at the economy of Mouse. It is not too good. So, big round for Fnatic. Kazuya is on the B side. Chris J and Tabson are pushing through long. Pronax gets 1. He does get shut down afterwards though from Chris J. Crims will finish off Kazuya. So it's all on Chris J. The way he's been playing, I would not be surprised if he clutched this, but the fact that he got AWP'd in mid-air from Olafmeister puts a bit of a dampener on things. 14-9. And I would imagine this is going to be an eco. They do have enough money on Chris J to make it interesting, but yeah, they want to save it. There's no point force buying when you're 14-9 ahead.
Yeah, there's an interesting play that some teams go for when the money's that uneven, and they just give the player that has the money an AWP, and the rest of them go with pistols. But it's a bit unorthodox, a little bit of a crazy strat. Mousesports just deciding to go very simple, orthodox. You know, we all know and love it. CZ play. We all know how powerful they are as well these days. So why not just save up that money? They've got plenty of rounds to play with here, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of a mop up from Fnatic. And you know what? They've won several rounds in a row here, and 14-10. We often say 10's the magic number to get excited. I mean, for me, I'm not really a believer just yet, but Fnatic definitely doing what's needed right now. Round by round, they're taking it. So let's see if Mousesports, with this full buy on the back of the eco, can do any damage. And, well, they just need one more, and they've secured at least overtime. So, you know, Fnatic, even with them doing so fantastically round for round, as I say, it's just going to take one round, and that's going to kill it off.
Well, I'm starting to get a little excited, because we have hit the 10 round mark. Fnatic have been, 3 rounds consecutively now on the board. On top of that, if Mousesports were to lose this round, they're back in the economic slumps once again. So, I think there is life yet in the old dog that is Fnatic. But they still have to take each round as it comes. Chris J's on 3 HP, that's going to do the world of good for Fnatic. He does have an AWP though. When you have an AWP, the HP certainly doesn't matter as much, because you can just pick someone off from the other side of the map, as we just saw there. What a shot from Chris J. This guy, you run out of superlatives for him. He is just so damn good. And with 3 HP, he just takes the head off JW, who did not know what hit him. And now, suddenly, from it looking like maybe Fnatic were going to claw this one back, Mouse are in a prime position to strike. Smokes are coming down, Legia and Tabson taking point, bomb carry of Kazuya's coming in afterwards, Flusher's trying to get into position, he may very well get a frag or two. There we go, there's one. Can he connect the dots and get any more? Yes he can, that's awesome play by him. He's going to switch to the CZ, finally get shut down, Kazuya comes in, Alu as well, everybody's chiming in from Mouse. It's all on Pronax, 16 for 19 is his score. Bomb is just ticking down, he tags up Alu so hard, but he doesn't get the frag, and that's the important part of that sentence. Pronax, he's got his work out for him, he's got one. Maybe, just maybe, he's going to clutch this round. He's faked the bomb, and he's shot with the CZ prematurely, and this is really smartly played by Alu, and Pronax has to save the weapon. He's going to go back to long, that's going to be 15-10.
And he's going to get that AWP, so that's a clever play. But 15-10 on the board, absolutely. Why am I concentrating on that minuscule little fact when we've got the German team, Mousesports, 30% backing. Well, basically, yeah, 30% of you backing them. Overwhelming underdog, okay? And they are on the verge of taking it to Fnatic and winning the whole best-of-3 series, taking the whole championship. They are on the verge of being crowned the victors of the second Hitbox CS Arena Championship. And here we go. Here's the push through middle. Can Fnatic prolong it anymore? Flusher is going to say, well, I'm going to do my very best to do that. And he gets the first frag. So that's something. And another thing going the way of Fnatic. Olifmeister boosted his way up there. Chris J is still alive and he gets one. Doesn't get the second, but Alu has got one in the middle. Very back and forth. Plays three now. So Olifmeister pushes in aggressively. Does take down KZY. That's going to give them the bomb, but Alu might just take down Flusher. He's very, very low, and he does. He gets the headshot. It's 2-on-2 now. JW is spotted off Chris J and lower, I believe. And Chris J's now got the angle. JW's pinned in. If Chris J can land this shot and bring it to a 2-on-1, which he can't. He misses it by a whisker. You would not expect Chris J to be missing shots, and he does. So they're going to be able to back on out, get this bomb towards the B bomb site, and hopefully get it down. Olifmeister's very, very low. He's only on 4 HP. He does have the angle, though. Chris J's going to challenge him. I thought he was. He's got the bomb out, and he ran across. Olifmeister connects. And now the Finn. Alu, 16 seconds on the clock. It's a 2-on-1. Crossfire is set up here, and JW is just going to be able to take him from behind. Does sound a little bit bad there, but 15-11. Fnatic prolonging their Dust 2 lives just another round, and actually Mousesports now with low money. Metas, it's getting hot in here.
It is, especially in my room. It's 32 degrees to be precise.
Oh,
it's
shut up.
Very hot. It's very, very hot. But also on the server, it is Dust 2, I guess you could say. Even when grenade goes in, the eco is real, but unfortunately so is the grenade. And Chris J found out the wrong way. Pronax gets another 2 to add to his belt. He moves on to 20 for 20. So, it's going to be a definite round for Fnatic. Unless Tabson feels like turning on God mode. And that will be 15-12. As you said, their economy's not great. They will be able to buy up next round. And that will be 15-12.
Money actually not allowing the orb. So this is the question: do they eco again? They need 1 round. There's 3 to play with, and they do. They go for it. Okay, they're going to be ecoing again and going all out on that 1 round following. So Fnatic now with a chance to make it 13-15, and if they win the round after that, and you know, take the guns away from Mousesports, we could very well be seeing overtime here, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. Here comes the push onto the B. Chris J opens up. This is an eco. This is a round they should not win. And they kind of get, they do get the entrance. Chris J doing marvelous work once again for his team. And now a 3 versus 2 situation. Was that the answer? Was that all they needed to win this map? A straight B rush with pistols. Let's hope so. Let's hope not, sorry, from Fnatic's point of view. But Alu just take down Olifmeister. Pronax now to 1 versus 3. Fighting for his team to keep them in it. Mouse might just have done it on an eco here, and Tabson's going to spot him, and he gets the frag. Tabson finishes it off 16-12 with the headshot there. The eco rush was all it took. Mousesports win Dust 2. They are crowned the champions of the Hitbox CS Arena.